Latifah, and you're watching CTV on the Higher Learning Network. Put your head right.
We love you on Windy City Live. Yes, we do. Tell us, how did all this happen? How did this come about?
Well, I play me. I play Val Warner in Chirac, which is really cool. So when people see this movie, they are literally seeing Val, and I am a reporter in the movie.
We talk about the violence, but what can we do personally?
I think we got to be engaged, and I think engaged in a number of things. In our block, in our home, in our neighborhood, we got to be engaged. We got to fight the issues. We got to fight a government that is abandoned, whole communities on the south and the west side. We got to fight a governor who's cut out every youth employment program, who's cut out violence prevention programs, who's abandoned our communities and the poor and the vulnerable. And I think we got to reach out to our brothers on the street and love them and respect them and help them, not just demonize them.
I'll just say like this. First of all, give you the history of coming to Chicago and telling my jokes as a young cat. I'm 37 now. Started about almost 15 years ago. Elroy taking me under his wing, let me do some jokes here and there for the radio stations and all that kind of stuff.
I learned that no matter what you do and how much of a genuine heart you have, and if you're coming from a good place, people are going to criticize if they don't agree with what you're doing.
Yo, what's up? It's your man Tony Schofield from 106.3 Chicago's R&B, and you are watching Men on Higher Learning. Now, I used to hang around with some men that was into some higher learning. It just wasn't that kind of higher learning, but I got myself together now, okay?
What is it that you do in your quiet time, in your meditation time, that allows you to bring us the films that you do?
I sit courtside in Madison Square Garden, world's most famous arena.
The Female Solution Global Radio TV Show invites you to an invigorating conversation with our team of hosts Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Time. Start your week with Monday Morning Mindfulness with Zelda Speaks. Tuesdays, Self-Cell Care with Jody Susan. Wednesdays, Repairing Broken Families with Naima Latif and co-host Kareem Hamid. Thursdays, Soulful Solutions with Dr. Debbie Green. And Fridays, Health and Wellbeing with Beata. Saturdays, tune in 12 noon to 2 p.m. Central Time. First Saturday, Success Strategies with Jana. Second Saturday, Wendy Williams Esquire on relationships. Third Saturday, Move Around with Deborah. And fourth Saturday, Wisdom with Mama D. Join us Sundays, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central Time for Soul Purpose Healing with Beata. Call in and comment 515-605-9325. Press 1 to speak to the host and be a part of the solution.
Grand Rising, and thank you so much for joining me. I'm your host, Zelda Speaks, the stressologist. Any stress in your life? Well, most of us do. Unfortunately, we don't know what to do with that stress, especially as it relates to worry. I was once a worried about everything, and I finally figured it out with some training. Yeah, I've been certified with the American Society of Training and Development, National Speakers Association, and a host of others. But none of those organizations helped me stop worrying. They just gave me validation for the public to see what credentials I have. So the credentials I have now are from life experience, and I've learned how not to worry. And you can learn how not to worry too, because it is indoctrinated in us to worry. We don't have the answers, so we think the worst is going to happen. Well, I got a solution to that, and that is the Worry Workshop. So I'm going to pull that up for you on my blog. Why do you worry when you don't have to? Go to my blog, zeldaspeaks.wordpress.com, and you can sign up right there and find out how you, and remember, sharing is caring. If you care about yourself and your loved ones, help them see their way out of a mess. Give them the gift. It makes a great birthday gift. It makes a great holiday gift. So instead of running to the store getting something that they really might not need, give them a worry-free life. Give them the gift of a worry-free existence. And thanks for sharing. Make it a great day. Grand Rising. Happy Saturday. It's Sanctuary Saturday. And thank you for joining me on The Female Solution. I'm your host, Zelda Speaks. And we are simulcasting the Global Virtual Teen Talent Contest every last Saturday of the month. And today, it's the competition, and we'll also be telling you about the podcast training. And I will be joined by our executive producer, Naima Latif, right after.
Are you stressed out? Are you ready to learn some quick techniques on how to de-stress immediately? Then book your free 30-minute consultation with Zelda Speaks, the Mindfulness Stress Relief Coach, at higherlearningnetwork.org. Thanks for sharing. Are you stressed out? Are you ready to learn some quick techniques on how to de-stress immediately? Then book your free 30-minute consultation with Zelda Speaks, the Mindfulness Stress Relief Coach, at higherlearningnetwork.org. Thanks for sharing.
Tony, I'm live. Grand Rising. And thank you for joining me back here for the Global Virtual Teen Talent Contest. As you can see, it is Saturday. It's the day after Thanksgiving. Lord have mercy. Well, 2 days after Thanksgiving. And I'm pretty sure some of you all did what most of us do in America, and that's overeat. So I went to the gym this morning. What did you do? And it feels so good. You know, the body has muscle memory, and it's like I never skipped a beat because I hadn't been in a couple of days. So it just felt good to be walking and to be alive and to be amongst the living, because somebody somewhere didn't wake up this morning. And aren't you glad it isn't you? Yes, well, that's why we do what we do, because we have been put on this earth to do some things that need to be done. And I'm honored to be a part of that mission. We will be joined by our very own executive producer of the Female Solution, because we are broadcasting live, simulcast with the Female Solution. And if you want to call in today, you can very well do that at 515-605-9325. Press 1 to speak, and we will open your microphone. And I did want to remind you that this show is being sponsored by StreamYard. Thank you, StreamYard, for having faith in our children and being a part of this experience. So we thank you for that. Also, let me remind you, coming up on the Female Solution, December 5th, it is Shopping with Zoe. And Zoe is a an international businesswoman that has ties all over the world, and she's from China too. So she is showing us how to do what it is that we need to do. And as we are joined by our very own executive producer of the Female Solution, that would be Naima Latif. Can we hear you, Naima?
Oh, let me see.
Oh, yeah, we hear you loud and clear. We hear you. So I was just telling our viewing and listening audience that
Come to our sound.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you, Naima. I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me? Oh, okay, great.
Yeah, but I have an echo, so you might have one too many windows open.
All right, hold on. Let me make sure.
That happens when we have too many windows open. I learned that by default.
And let me close there.
And if you haven't had your tea this morning, well, she just kicked herself out. I didn't do that, just so y'all know. If you haven't had tea, I'm having hibiscus and ginger tea. That kind of tea is really good for first thing in the morning because it wakens all your organs up, refreshes them. And if you have any digestion problems, like you ate a little bit too much pie, too much turkey, too much dressing, macaroni and cheese, any of that, it's good for that because it settles the stomach down. It settles, it releases the good enzymes in the body that you need to keep everything moving, flowing. And we always want to flow. So drinking tea first thing in the morning is a good habit to develop. As we continue the broadcast, if you would like to call in this morning at 515-605-9325, press 1 to speak. And we also have an alternative line, 312-383-9749. Excuse me. And if you are on social media and you would like to know where you are, let us know where you're watching from, I should say. You can post your comments on YouTube and on our Facebook channel, Higher Learning TV Show. And anything that you see here is always updated on my blog, zeldaspeaks.wordpress.com. And we welcome back our executive producer of the Female Solution, and that would be Naima Latif. Welcome back, sis.
Yes, hit the wrong buttons here.
It happens. It happens. Trust me when I tell you.
Yes. Well, I'm really excited at the work we've been doing with young people, and we'll get a chance to see some talented teens and then some talented young people who are not quite teens, but preteens, but they are doing some wonderful work podcasting. So we'll get a chance to hear some of their great works and tell you what's up and coming in the month of December as we prepare to share their talents during the annual Soulful Chicago Book Fair being held at Betty Shabazz International Charter School. So you got to make sure you get out there. That's a great time to, if you want to buy gifts of learning and exploration and intrigue and imagination, go to the Soulful Chicago Book Fair. That'll be Saturday, December 16th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. And we'll be there live at our live broadcast from 12 noon to 2 p.m. Central Time. And our third Saturday host, Move Around with Deborah, will be moving around there with us and also giving us the opportunity to meet some authors and meet some of our wonderful podcast students as they help us in the process of interviewing some of these authors we need to know. So I'm looking forward to that.
And what's coming up on the show this week?
And of course, we are, now we're at the end of December, and we've got our regular weekly lineup. And of course, you know, to tune in tomorrow for Soul Purpose Healing with Viata, Monday for Monday Morning Mindfulness, Tuesday with self-care. And Jody's going to be moving to the afternoon slot. We're going to make sure you can follow her as you drive while she's live, and also either listen in, and you'll get a chance to continue to repair those cells. So listen in for Jody as she prepares to launch her drive time show. This is her last last morning show this coming Tuesday. And then, of course, Wednesday, we'll have our men only discussion on the Wednesday morning show. Tune in as our host, Kareem Hamid, gives us some insight as men prepare to make some future plans to make things better for our families by improving themselves and really seriously evaluating the work they need to do to be the kind of men that we need them to be. So tune in for that. And then Thursday, Dr. Debbie will be back with some insight as we prepare to handle this holiday season, depression, and some of the things that surface during this time of the year, so we can be fortified and prepared to be in an uplifting frame of mind as we go through these holiday seasons and get ready to face what we need to face within. And then, of course, Friday, we've got health and well-being with Rihanna, as always, giving us the latest health news and some innovative ways to restore our health using the natural ways that the earth provides. And if we are willing to change our minds, we can manifest total health and well-being. And then, of course, we've got Saturday morning, our first Saturday of the month. Jana will be joining us, and she's kicking it off with some businesses that we need to patronize during this holiday buying season. So she's going to have some guests who have products that we need to know about, and we can order no matter where we are in the world. And we can also learn a bit about entrepreneurship, because that is what can change our condition. So this week is going to be a fantastic week. And of course, we're kicking off next week. You're gonna see our new lineup next week. So look out for that. Also, we're going to be introducing our new expanded logo design with some of the wonderful spiritual women of the Female Solution. And we'll be introducing a line of products. And of course, we want you to be ready to buy as we go shopping with Zoe on our Tuesday morning slot. So get ready. Yes. And that'll be December 5th. Yes.
Okay. Excuse me. I'm trying to pull up what can we expect with Zoe's shopping?
Well, there are a lot of products that are just regular everyday things, but in this season, what you really need, you need some good warm socks and foot coverings, boots, things that can keep you from getting colds and flu. You got to keep those feet warm. And you lose a lot of body heat through your head and your feet. So you want to be prepared. So we're going to be introducing a line that you can purchase online. And you can call in and order, go on the website and order. And if you're an entrepreneurial spirit, you might even see some products that you want to buy wholesale and sell retail yourself on your own website. It's easy as the touch of a button to get into business today. And Zoe's going to show you how, because there's so many products that are being introduced, and sometimes the manufacturer just needs an outlet, somebody who's willing to be the salesperson. And that can be the job you create for yourself.
And your family.
Most millionaires are not people who are working 9 to 5. Matter of fact, you will never get wealthy working a 9 to 5. But if you can find a product or a service that you can sell it over and over and over and over again. And that's how you create wealth. So we'll show you how.
and you have been probably looking for an opportunity to move forward in life where you don't have to depend on someone else, because this depending on someone else is not the place you want to be, because it disempowers you.
Yes.
So you want to think about not just this holiday season, but for all seasons, because this is the kind of opportunity that we want to share with you. But we're going to share it with you because we have faith in you, because we know you want something better. And when you want something different, you want something better, you do something different. So this is your opportunity, and we hope that you will take advantage of it.
Definitely, definitely. And you know, the thing that I see in so many people when they talk about their financial distress, they keep thinking that the answer lies with someone else doing something, and it isn't. No one else has to do anything. You must do. You must choose how you're going to use your talents, your skills, and your intellect to generate the income that you need based on being able to present something that people will buy. And when you expand your mind and allow your creative energy to give you inspiration, you come up with products and services and all kinds of things. Everything that you're buying was someone's idea at some point. So you have within you a talent, a skill, an ability. And if it's not something you created, it's something that someone else created that you think you could present to someone and they would want to buy it because they can see the need for it, the use for it. So that's all business is. It's just trading products and services that make life better. That's all we're doing. We're serving each other. And there is no need for anybody to be struggling financially. Everybody can contribute to the well-being of the whole. If you take the thought out of your mind that someone else has to do something before you can progress, then you can receive the inspiration from the divine mind. It's always sending out those signals. It's like a radio station that never turns off. The signals are always being broadcast. Are you on? Are you able to receive it? Can you receive what's being put out there? And if you can, then you'll get that inspiration that can change your life. That's all you have to do is tune in and you will receive. So that's all we're encouraging you to do.
Is to listen to the still small voice.
Yes.
That is always talking. But we have got to get to the point where we begin the process of learning to spend the first few moments of your day on you.
Yes.
Because every time that we get up and run out the door, we are giving our power away. Because Dr. Maya Angelou, author, director, producer, woman of the world, dancer, mother, queen mother, says, before you face the day, face the spirit that is within you.
That's right. That's right.
When you do that, you'll have a different kind of experience. You'll have a different kind of day. So
you will. You definitely
that's
will.
what we invite you to do.
Absolutely.
We invite you to do that. And one of the most powerful things that we can do is to start our day just by listening. Yes. And some of us start our day by listening to the word. And the word is coming to us today from this group right here. Because many of you know I started my well, didn't start. I ended it at Gospel Radio 1390 and for secular music. And gospel has always been a part of all of us. So we want to share this video. It's 2 minutes. It's a little bit over 2 minutes, but it is well worth it. And we want you to enjoy it. So as we kick off the Global Virtual Teen Talent Contest, we going to church. All right. Y'all ready to go to church? Let's go to church, y'all. Right here on the Female Solution and the Higher Learning Network TV show.
When my way gets a little cloudy and my nights You come for me, you make it better. Love never leaves, and it don't stop. And you never change. And you stay the same. Lord, you do it for me. And your love, repeat every day with you, Lord. It gets sweeter than the day before. And you stay and it don't stop. You keep on growing. I do what you do it, and it don't stop. You do it over and over again, and it don't stop.
Wow. Now you know what's really creative.
That's raw.
They made their own musical sounds.
Yes, they
And
did.
that just lets you know you can make music without an instrument. Your body can be an instrument. So yeah, that was really enjoyable.
Yes,
And
that is.
perfect harmony and everything.
Yeah.
Talent. That is talent.
That dude was singing with the one that had his shoes off.
Yes.
Like he was trying to stop, like he was driving. But he was in the spirit.
Oh, that was too funny.
Scene. That is
Yeah.
raw talent.
Yes,
If
it
you have
is.
not seen raw talent, you just saw it. So
That's right. That's
for
right.
those who are
Yes.
listening, you can post your comments online on YouTube and Facebook. A Higher Learning TV show. Post those comments. We want to know what you think. While we are grading the last competition, we call them raw talent because, like I said, people always send us videos, but they don't send names. So we're just going to call them raw talent. That's what was on the screen.
Yeah, that's what they are. Yeah, I think we got to take a break.
Yeah. Well, as a matter of fact, why don't we take that break now? And when we come back, you will get a chance to see this next group. They are, I call them the stilt walkers.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
So we're going to do that, and we'll come back. And you can vote right now. You can also send your votes into hlntvshow@gmail.com if you can't post them on our social media channels. But let's take a break. We'll be right back.
Do you want to live in a world without war? Join our global peace movement. Heavenly Culture World Peace Restoration of Life transcends culture, religion, ideology, and other boundaries to achieve peaceful harmony in the global society. HWPL is committed to bringing world peace and cessation of war through peaceful dialogue between religious groups. I am Director Shin Suk Kim of HWPL Chicago branch of North America. Join us for our next gathering. Call 773-580-1501 and be a part of the movement for world peace. Email us at chicagohwpl@gmail.com.
Do you have a product or service? Take your business global and get new customers from around the world. Advertise on the Female Solution Radio Show. You may have a great product. You may even have a fantastic website. But how do you let people know you exist? Tell them. Promote your business on one of the most dynamic shows on Blog Talk Radio, The Female Solution. You'll reach an enthusiastic audience of more than 100,000 loyal daily listeners with a specially designed 30-second ad that will drive customers directly to your website. We'll send you statistics as tracked by Blog Talk Radio to let you know the numbers and demographics of those hearing your advertisements. Your ad will run during the live 2-hour morning show from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time, and it will be heard all day long by listeners who listen to the archived show. You'll reach our worldwide audience on their laptops, iPods, iPads, and cell phones. Watch the orders for your product or service increase. Just go to our website, www.naimalatif.com, www.naimalatif.com, and click on the radio advertising page. Send us your words. We'll create a 30-second radio ad and watch your business increase worldwide.
Attention all talented teens ages 13 to 19. Are you ready to show the world what you've got? We're excited to announce the latest global virtual teen talent contest, where you win cash prizes and scholarships by performing your unique talent. Here's how to participate. 1. Record a 1-minute video of yourself performing your talent. 2. Upload the video, link in description or comments. 3. Submit your video by the deadline. We're looking for a wide range of talents, from singing and dancing to magic tricks and comedy skits. So whether you're a musician, an actor, or a chef, we want to see your unique talent. The top talents will be selected by a panel of judges and will be announced shortly after. So don't wait, start filming and good luck.
Whew. Yes. Uh-oh.
Attention all talented teens ages 13 to 19. Are you ready to show the world what you've got? We're excited to announce the latest global virtual teen talent contest, where you win cash prizes and scholarships by performing your unique talent. Here's how to participate. 1. Record a 1-minute video of yourself performing your talent. 2. Upload the video, link in description or comments. 3. Submit your video by the deadline. We're looking for a wide range of talents, from singing and dancing to magic tricks and comedy skits. So whether you're a musician, an actor, or a chef, we want to see your unique talent. The top talents will be selected by a panel of judges and will be announced shortly after. So don't wait, Start filming and good luck.
Well, all right.
And good luck.
Yes.
And thank you for joining us back here on the Female Solution and the Higher Learning Network TV show. We are broadcasting live and we're on simultaneously, so you can hear us if you're driving, and you can watch us if you're not driving. Because I've heard people say, "Well, I was driving and I saw," and I was like, "What? You were driving and watching the show?" No, tune in to Blog Talk.
Yes, listen, keep your eyes on the road. We'll describe what it is if you're not looking at it. We'll give you a good description if you can't look at the screen right.
That's why we sometimes repeat what we say, because when you're driving, there's a lot of noise on the highway and you can't hear, and it's like, what'd she say? So sometimes that's why you hear me repeat things. And I'm going to repeat this again and again, and that is to post your comments on our social media channels on YouTube and Facebook, and for those who will be also listening on Podbean and Apple News and SoundCloud and all the others, we appreciate you and we thank you for being part of the Global Virtual Teen Talent Contest. I'm your host, Zelda Speaks, with my co-host, Naima Latif, the executive producer of the Female Solution, as we continue with, I call these the stilt boys, because I don't know what else to call them. You take a look at it and let me know what you think.
यकीन नहीं आ रहा मुझे तो यार, ये कैसे चल रहे हैं, समझ नहीं आ रही ये बैलेंस किस तरह रख लेते हैं अपना छड़ियों के ऊपर। इतनी चढ़ाई पे तो वैसे इंसान अपने पाँव पे चढ़े या उतरे तो वो भी कई दफा गिर जाता है। तो ये देखें,
What country are they from?
कमाल है, कमाल है। ये सारी इनकी प्रैक्टिस है। और बाकी जो इन्होंने चेहरे पे ये पेंट वगैरह किया हुआ है पेट पे, ये ना ये खूबसूरत दिखने के लिए करते हैं, खूबसूरत दिखने के लिए करते हैं ये। तो ये यहाँ के हर कबीले का अलग-अलग पेट है ना, हर कबीले का अलग-अलग डिजाइन बनाए होते हैं। ये बन्ना ट्राइब के लोग हैं यार। वाह, आपको यकीन आ रहा है? ये देखिए, ये छड़ियाँ नीचे से देखिए आपको, ये बिल्कुल प्लेन है, कोई नीचे ये चीज स्पोर्ट वगैरह नहीं है कि नीचे ये खड़े हो सके, पर ये खड़े हैं, ये देखिए, ये आराम से खड़े हो जाते हैं। और सेहत देख लें इनकी, कमजोर ये लोग हैं, बट
that is balance.
Yeah. You wonder why they're so good at it. Because this is what they do all day. You're kids.
Yeah. You see how young they are. I mean, they started out, because I have seen I've seen that done at celebrations here, and it'll blow your mind.
Yeah, that was some kind of special. Yeah, I'd like to know your thoughts on that. For those who are watching, why can I not see anything? Stop screen. There you go.
Now you all might see some of that at some of the Kwanzaa celebrations, because we've had some students at Betty Shabazz, where we teach our podcast training.
Yes.
Perform the stilt walks during the Kwanzaa celebrations, and it is really fascinating to watch.
Yes, you're right there in the road with them.
Yeah, and you talk about balancing, because you can just imagine if you lose your balance, that's a long fall down.
That's a very long fall down.
Yeah, so you get up there, you better be able to stay up.
And
that
talk
is
about
a skill.
And I've got another one, but the video is acting a little crazy. I don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky. Stormy weather. I know. Don't say it, yeah.
We want you all to give your comments about that. Have you ever seen stilt walking in person? And what did you think about it? And what kind of training do you think it takes to get something like that, where you can do it with ease, like roller skating? How do you get to that level of balance? Because that takes some work, you can tell.
Yes, that takes a whole lot of work. And I've noticed since I've gotten a little older that since I don't skate anymore, my balance is a little bit off, because as long as I was skating, it goes the knees, the hips. It's like I don't do that anymore. So I have to walk if I want to continue to be able to be mobile. Because there are too many of our seniors sitting in a chair all day. They may have computers,
That
but
will
they're
make you stiff. That will make you stiff.
yeah.
Ooh.
And you
Oh
are
my.
you're
Uh-oh.
you're walking like this. Can you see that? Yeah.
Yes, somebody with their leg up next to their head and balancing with one foot on somebody else's head.
Yeah.
Talk about balance.
Yeah.
Balance.
This is another. This is called alias Sariacilla. Yeah. That's what that is. Alias
y'all.
Sariacilla. Yeah.
Got that? One foot on top of the head, the other leg high up in the air. Can you do that?
Can you
Try
do
this
it?
at home.
And I 1 minute, still I can't believe, but I can't blame myself for this shit. New man that was born for this shit. Of course I fucked up.
I wonder how many years they
Who never
spent,
fuck up hands in the air?
how many
No
years they
hands.
spent practicing doing this.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Forever.
It's not something you're gonna do overnight. You can believe that. Yeah,
Oh no. No, that's not
it.
happening.
Concentration, balance requires mental concentration. So
And
not distracted looking around because you got to focus your eyes. And I mean, dancers have told me about how that works. You know, you focus your eyes on one spot, and you got to be able to still your body. It's whew, it takes some work.
It's an amazing feat, and that's what I learned from Muhammad Ali. Because Muhammad may or may not have been the greatest. Let me reframe that. He may not have been recognized as the greatest, but he definitely was the greatest because it was all a mental game.
Yes,
it's all mental. And if you are not mentally prepared, you might lose. Just plain and simple.
Yeah, he knew how to psych out his opponents too, because you wouldn't think that boxing is mental. You know, you think, oh, you just get in there and hit and keep beating somebody until they fall. But he knew how to say little things that get to their minds while they were fighting.
Right.
You know, little remarks, and they get mad, lose their concentration. You know, all kinds of stuff. So it's interesting. But you're right. He knew how to play that mental game even before they step in the ring.
Before they got in the ring,
and then while they're in the ring,
that's where it all starts. Before you even get in the ring, you remember when they would have those press conferences?
Yes,
where,
with say provocative things and
that was a reason. That was all mental.
Yes, it was mental and it was marketing because people would go. He would get people hyped up. People who didn't like him would go and buy tickets so they could see him lose.
Yes,
he was buying tickets, so he was making money whether you love me or hate me. I'm making money.
Thank you.
Yes, he was definitely a master at that.
Now, this next group, they're a little too young, but they none of them are 13. Look at the baby. Look at that baby. But I just had to show you this
on the balance beam. Now, see, this is
you're never too young.
That's right.
These children are practicing home. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Practicing home.
That's right. That's
so,
right.
So when they say everything begins in the home, it actually does begin in the home because you see they were in a hallway or a bedroom or something of that nature. So
well, you know, they had set whatever room they had set it up in their house. The balance beams and you know, I mean the bars, what do they call it? I guess the you know, the bars where they do the gymnastics,
the tumbling and all that good stuff.
I mean, this is how you become a Simone Biles. You know, I was watching that sister the other day. She got several different moves named after her because nobody else could even do them. She invented them, and it's just so far out of the gymnastic world. She's like defying gravity with her moves. So I tell you, you can take any sport and rise it to the point of excellence. And I mean, it really becomes a statement of moving beyond any limitations. So these young men, they're gonna be exceptional because they're doing it at home, probably doing it every day, and it's fun because they're young. But you watch when they get ready to go to the Olympics.
Yeah. Now, speaking of the Olympics, I don't know if this was a group of children or one person, because there were so many mixed messages in the email, but the basis of it is that I needed to go to this YouTube channel in order to see all that is done. So the name of this channel, and I always tell them, you can get your own channel. It's free. All you have to do is go and sign up. So this YouTube channel is called Majorette Planet.
Wow.
So these young women are doing and doing and doing it. So this one is called She Did the Unthinkable.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Ooh. Wow.
Lord,
Hope she had on knee pads under them pants.
My knee started hurting watching it.
I know. That was a hard fall.
Very hard fall. I think about Dr. Sabi. Remember Dr. Sabi used to do when he would show up in public and do a presentation, and he would say that I'm in my 80s. I should not be able, if I ate the American standard diet, I would not be able to fall down on my knees and get back up in no pain. And he did that in his 80s. If I fell down on my knees today, help.
Call the fire department.
Yeah. First of all, I'm not going to jump like that. On my knees. You see, when you know your limitations, I learned the hard way in the gym. Not this morning, but some time ago. I was through with my workout, and there was a young lady sitting next to me, probably in her 20s. Here I am in my 60s, going on 70s, and she did something that I used to do, and my mind told me that I could still do it.
Oh,
and I did it.
Yeah.
And after I did it, I couldn't get up off the floor.
Oh.
So
Yeah.
that was a reminder for me that even though you used to do that, your body was agile, and it's still a little agile. It's just not as much as it used to be.
Yeah.
Even though you used to do that, you have to be a little bit more conscious of your abilities to do what you used to do. Maybe you can do tweak it, do a smaller version of it. So, honey, I learned my lesson.
Well, see, your mind, as far as your mind was concerned, you could still do that.
Right.
But your mind forgot to tell your body.
Thank you. They didn't communicate.
They didn't communicate. The body was like, no, we can't do that. The mind said, but I remember us doing it. And the body said, but we can't do it now. So they didn't agree.
No,
that's what happened.
Did not agree, and I was not the winner. So the gym floor won. I appreciate this dancing. I just wish, I'm a little old fashioned. I just wish there was just an effort for women to display their talents. As
far as they're concerned, that is their talent.
Yeah.
The thing is, I mean, I would be a hypocrite if I said something because I used to be one of those dancers.
We all did.
We had a little bit more than that. I mean, we did have the stomach covered and a little more on the legs. But hey, we was hey, twerking the booty and all that. So I mean, I have to say that there's a stage that we go through as young women when we are realizing our womanhood, and it's an instinctive thing to be seductive in our dance. That's part of our nature as women. However, you know, we have to understand where and when that talent needs to be most prominently displayed, because we don't necessarily want our talent to not be appreciated by those who will misuse it.
Right. Good word for it. Misuse it, because we have been conditioned in this society that in order to get anywhere, you really need to display your femininity.
Yeah.
And in some cases, it works. It probably usually works in many cases, but at some point, you have to begin to realize that all of your talent does not lie between. Let me clean it up.
we know, but the thing is, I guess when you're young, and because I went through that phase. When you're young and in shape, you're excited about being at the height of your womanhood, where you are, you're beautifully formed, and your muscles are tight, and you're stopping traffic when you jog down the street. So I know that rush of self-esteem that comes with that, and when you got that flat stomach before you had any children, that's why we see so many midriff top kinds of fashions, because women are proud of that flat stomach that they've worked out in the gym to get. And so, they're enjoying that phase of their development. So I guess our job as seasoned women is to help them appreciate who they are, but also realize that they want what they are to be displayed before the one who is worthy to appreciate it. And not everybody is. And it's difficult to guide women in that level of understanding.
Yes, it is.
Because it is a natural thing to want to blossom. We just want our flowers not to be plucked too soon. And we don't want them to be thrown away and discarded after someone who didn't really appreciate all they had to offer doesn't adequately help them blossom.
Right.
So, we love to see our youthful sisters with their agility and beauty and everything. And we want it to be appreciated in the right way by the right people, so that they can continue to flourish. Because we love them flourishing. They're a reflection of us, and we're a reflection of them.
And we are the reflection, so we have to keep that in mind, because we were once young with flat stomachs too. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying desperately to get back to the flat stomach. I'm on a 7-day water fast, so if y'all doing 400 crunches a day, and hey, we got to work it off.
That's a lot of crunching. That's a lot of crunching, and my back won't take it. So I'm just gonna have to do the walking. I'm gonna have to do the walking and the twist. And you know what I just found out at my Big Whist Buddies game? There was, and it happened today, and I forgot about it. There is a over 40 hula hoop.
Wow. Hula hooping is good for your waist.
For your waist. And I said that I'm going to go start taking that, because I remember back in the day, there was this lady who they showed a before and after of how she was practicing the hula hoop, and how she went, her stomach went from big stomach to the indentation. Yes, I was like, oh yeah, I got to do the hula hoop class.
Yeah, that's the same thing with belly dancing. I mean, certain muscles that you're working, you help tighten them up, so it actually is good for you.
Yes,
know.
it is.
Yeah.
And just movement, it will keep you. Mobility will keep you moving. So I can't move like this anymore, but I can sure watch them and enjoy it. So this is Majorette Planet.
Come on, let's go. 6, 7, let's go. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, you got to be a gymnast
6,
these
7, let's
days.
go. Come on, let's go. 6, 7, let's go. Come on, let's go.
Those girls are bad. I got
That's the thing, being an athlete when you're young, it will help you as you age, because your body remembers being able to do that. That's what happened to you. Your mind remembered that you could do that. It's just your body, kind of forgot. But this is what we want to celebrate, is that people who are having an opportunity to see some talent and skills. Oh, there we go.
Don't ask me what just happened because I don't have a clue.
Yes. Well, we want to make sure that we encourage people who have talents to send in their videos, because you have a chance to be seen, to be discovered, to be booked someplace, perhaps someone looking for some talent at an event. And if you have a group or if you're a solo performer, contact the Higher Learning Network. And you can put your comments today on youtube.com/Higher Learning TV Show or at facebook.com/Higher Learning TV Show. And if you'd like to add some comments, if you're watching us live, some things that you've seen. And even if you would like to submit a tape, or a video, you need more information on how to do that, some tips on how to best present your 1-minute video. And after this next break, we're going to show you some wonderful raw talent at the Betty Shabazz International Charter School. Now here's some senior ladies showing you
grannies.
They still got it.
Granny's twerking. I just had to show it because it was so fun.
If you're listening online, what this is, these are some senior women on their canes, and they're turning around, shaking that rear end, and they're doing it better than any 16-year-old. They probably 96.
Yeah, well, that's enough of
Twerking grannies.
Yeah, twerking grannies. Yeah, well,
just so you know, we always got it.
Yeah. It ain't went nowhere. Grannies can kid, because Granny's at the club with her kids. Okay.
Is.
Well, that is your Global Virtual Teen Talent Contest. Hope you have enjoyed it. Please vote, but not that last one, not twerking grannies. We're not.
They probably win. They'll be number one if people.
Okay.
Got my vote. Yeah.
So you've got number 1 was the Gospel Group. Number 2, the Stilt Walkers. Number 3, the Balance Act. Number 4. On the balance beam, where you can't vote on them either because they're too young. They're not 13.
Yeah.
So you only have 4. The Gospel Group, Stilt Walkers, the Balance Acts, and number 4, the YouTube channel with the twerking granny. So thank you so much for being a part of this experience. Get those votes in now. Don't wait until midnight because that's the cutoff time. And you can send that to HLNTVShow at gmail.com. So thank you so very much for being a part of this. And we are going to continue the show after this break as we continue on the female solution. And we look forward to hearing and seeing your votes. And just remember that this show is being sponsored by StreamYard. And thank you, StreamYard, for sponsoring the Teen Talent. And that is it. We'll be right back.
About finances, family, health, job, relationships. Are you in pain? Do you feel stuck? If you answered yes to any of these questions, help is available. Don't worry, you're not alone. It's part of the human process. You only feel this way because you haven't mastered the voices in your head. No hype, just down to earth, solid, workable tools and techniques that you can practice daily. It's really food for the soul. Whether you want to learn how not to worry about anything, reverse type 2 diabetes, publish your work, promote your product or service, or just make extra money. Take advantage of the deal of the day. Go to velvetspeaks.com or call 312-409-6619. Mention promo code The Female Solution and get free shipping. That's velvetspeaks.com or 312-409-6619. Stop worrying today. Visit velvetspeaks.com.
Are you constantly arguing with your spouse? Are your children misbehaving and acting out? Is someone in your family abusing drugs? Have you been the victim of domestic violence? Are you grieving the loss of a loved one? Let us help you restore serenity to your life. At Serenity Family Social Services, we understand that good mental health is the result of emotional well-being. Our goal is to assist you and your family in removing emotional distress and restoring harmony and balance to your lives. We offer individuals, couples, and family counseling. I'm Howard Williams, CEO of Serenity Family Social Services. Call us today at 312-315-4820. That's 312-315-4820.
Hey there, talented teens. Are you ready to showcase your skills and potentially win cash prizes and scholarships? We're excited to announce our global virtual teen talent contest, where you can enter by submitting a 1-minute video of your unique talent. Here's how to participate. 1. Record a 1-minute video of yourself performing your talent. 2. Share the video on TikTok. Include the hashtag Global Virtual Teen Talent Contest. 3. Tag 3 friends who also have amazing talents. Submit your video by the deadline. We can't wait to see all of the amazing talents that you have to offer. Remember to be creative and have fun with it. The top talents will be selected by a panel of judges and will be announced shortly after. So don't wait, start filming, and good luck.
And start filming, and good luck. And we always like to highlight this little man from Canada. He is simply phenomenal. How about that?
Yo, what's up, guys? Once again, y'all, I'm pretty sure you know my name, but let's start all over again. My name is Ratan Yusuf, and I'm 13 years old. I was born, and I was ready to born in Toronto, Canada, 6IX. And my passion has been always acting since I was a little kid because I really enjoyed the creativity, the acting. It's like you, but it's another version of you. So fun fact about acting, it got specific performance, memorization work, all of that fun stuff. And without further ado, guys, let's just get straight to the video. What are you guys waiting for? I wonder what's on Nick today.
No offense, naked.
It's not even funny.
Because you're hearing this very true.
Finally, some peace.
Who did that? I'm coming with the belt.
Oh, hell no, man. What the?
future filmmaker. Look for him to be one of those using his creative talents to develop probably some animated films. He's using his animation skills and graphic art skills. And a lot of young people are growing up with the software and the programming on their computers to create short films. So we're gonna see a lot of young filmmakers coming out with skills in animation and everything because they're growing up with it right on their computers and iPads and everything. So look out for it. Yes.
Because these children today are nothing like the children when we were coming up. They have a whole way
wired for today's technology.
Yes, they are. Yeah, they have an advantage that we didn't have. But that's life.
Yeah, and every generation learns something.
What hurts me most is when we go out to do our ministry every week that we see children who have no home, children who are homeless, and that hurts because we are living in a country that is being branded as the greatest country in the world. And I ask myself that question: how is that possible? We are the greatest country in the world, and we have homeless teens. You see that in so-called third world countries. Where if you've ever been to, well, I know you've left the country, but
India and places where there may not be a welfare system, you're widowed and there's no family to take care of you, and you have a child, you just out there begging, because there's no safety net, there's no government welfare program for you. If you can't figure out how to survive, you starve. And if you're orphaned, this was really a big issue during the AIDS crisis in a lot of countries where parents were dying and the children were left orphaned and there was nobody to take care of them. They just were in the street homeless.
Just out there. And you wonder why.
And more of that here in America.
Yeah. And they're hungry and we throw away food. And this video is an example of that. Now, I'm not saying that. Yeah, they do. I'm going to tell the truth. Yeah, McDonald's, they throw away tons of food every single day. Now, the food that this lady is putting in the window, this is not food that was thrown away because they're not going to let you know that, number one, because they'd have everybody in the alley trying to get the food. But I just thought that this is the manager. When you send in your donations and you wonder what we do with the money at the Higher Learning Network, first of all, know that it's tax deductible. And number two, the money that you send in, we're feeding people. And we ask them what kind of food they want. They always say McDonald's, even though I don't agree with it. My mission is not to judge, but to be of service. So that's what we do. And this McDonald's manager, she was so nice. She's always nice enough to bring the food out. So I just wanted to showcase her. I don't even know her name. I forgot. I don't know if it was Maria or somebody, but thank you, McDonald's manager.
We appreciate it. Thank you. The homeless will appreciate that. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Yeah, she's a sweetie pie. So I just wanted to share that. And there's another video.
All righty, here's part 2. Go right ahead. Get anything you want. Please get some hand sanitizer. Sir, I don't think you got any water. Did you get any water? Y'all get some water too. Listen. Yeah, get your bag. You're quite welcome. Get as much hand sanitizer as you need. So we got water here. We got the sausage and biscuit. We got the hash brown. Still got some bread and peanut butter left if you want to take one. Give him a bag. You don't have breakfast. We usually get some lunch. Fill that bag up. Get your water. Get the water. Yep. Open it up, baby. Fill it up. Here, take this. Y'all gonna be hungry later. Open it. Put it in there. The milk is and here's oranges for you.
You can imagine when
Oh, you
people don't
little
know where their
bad.
next meal is coming from,
You would put,
how what a relief that is. Because when you don't know where your next meal is coming from, and
yeah.
somebody brings you food, that's like life saving.
And they thank us to life. I started to say to death, but no, they
Right.
thank us to life. And I always tell them, like, this is not from me. This is from people who watch the Higher Learning TV show and
Thank you. Yeah.
the Female Solution podcast. This is not for me, so you need to know that. So I always give kudos to those who are watching the show, because this is a community effort. Back in the
Yeah.
day, this is what we used to do.
And
And
for those who are listening and not seeing, we are showing the giving away of food to those who are homeless. And when you give, there's no judgment. There's no, well, you don't deserve it, or yeah, I don't want you to have it. You don't ask, well, where'd you come from? Are you, what's your credit score? I mean, none of that.
None
You
of
just
that.
give. You give from your heart because it's another human being, and you don't care what their circumstances are, why they're out there. They're a human being and they need help. That's the
Right.
level that we have to be at with every human being on the planet. Do not judge. Do not condemn, just help, because you never know what life may bring you, and you might be in a natural disaster someplace.
You see
house
this cheese?
burned down.
You see
You
that cheese there? You see that cheese name?
Yes.
Them blocks of cheese, them good government cheese, they call it.
Cheese.
They saw that cheese and they was like, "Ooh, can I get one of them?" I'm like, "Baby, please take two so you can give one to
That'll
your
fill you
neighbor."
up for a while.
Because if you don't have any hot food, some cheese along with a little cracker or a slice of bread will get you through the day.
Yes, it will. Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
And it's all about getting through the day, because when you're homeless and you're hungry, you have nowhere to go. Because
you
you
can't even
go
think straight when you're hungry. Yeah.
You can't even think straight.
Yeah.
Because your focus is on how and where to get your next meal.
Yeah.
And one of the things that disturbs me, Naima, is that the place, the comments that sometimes that people make, and I understand why celebrities or people who are in the news a lot don't read them, because it will make you heartless.
Oh,
it will make you heartless, and that is not a place you want to be. And one of the comments that I heard was, why are you taking food to them? Homelessness is a choice. And I said to them, you have no idea. Just because you're working today does not mean that you'll have a job tomorrow.
Right.
So you, just like any other person who works a job, chances are you may go in and there is no job. I've been in that position. I was on Damon and Fullerton at a telemarketing place. This is 30 years ago, 40 years ago. But I went in there and I got there that day, Monday. It was cool because I was one of the best sales reps. So I can be a little late if I want to, and I think I might have been 2 minutes late. And I'm glad I was, because I walked in and it was like a great big warehouse. All the desks, all the phones, everything. The computers were all gone.
Wow. They cleared out. Disappeared.
What happened? See, what had happened was the FBI came in and raided the place.
Wow.
So it was good that I was late that day, because evidently they came early, because I was only 2 days late. Might have been 3, 4, who knows? But anyway, I was late for a reason. So when I'm late now, I was like, okay,
maybe I ain't supposed to be there. maybe I'm being saved from something I don't need to experience.
And I said that to say all of this. Don't judge. Because just because you got a job today don't mean your job's going to be there tomorrow. Look how many people are working at home.
Yes, that's right. I mean, look how many businesses shut down after the pandemic. There just wasn't any way for them to continue. So I mean, high corporate, high-end paying jobs. Companies that just said, look, we're just not making the income. We weren't able to make the adjustments, and we got to let some staff go, or we got to shut down, and or we got to go out of business. And something you were basing your 30-year mortgage on is gone. And you still got that 30-year mortgage. What you gonna do? So this is real. So I've seen people living high on the hog, as they say. And
there's even a show called High on the Hog.
Yeah. And then suddenly the hog is gone and you have nothing. And you go from prosperity to pauper. Literally overnight. Everything is gone. And you got people that just spend like it's no tomorrow. Like they don't have to worry about next year or next week's savings. They just buy, spend, and all of a sudden the income is gone, and you don't have a backup plan, and you don't have a way that you can figure out how to take your skill and let it earn you money, because you depend on this job that somebody else did all the thinking and you just did your work and got your paycheck. So now you are literally in your own hands. Your life is in your hands, and you have not figured out how to make a living for yourself. And the bills steady going, electricity, you're still using it, gas, you're still using it, the mortgage note still due, the car payment still due. And a couple of months, you have nothing. And you're out there with them very homeless people that you ridiculed and scorned and talked about, because it can happen just that quick.
Overnight.
At
lunchtime. You go to work and you get a pink slip. You go to lunch and come back and you got a pink slip sitting on your desk.
That's right.
What you gonna do then?
Job is gone. What are you going to do?
This has absolutely nothing to do with it, but I just thought it was so appropriate. Denzel's on here. What can I say?
Oh, hey, whatever Denzel got to say, we listen.
Yeah, he's our E.F. Hutton, right?
That's right. Denzel talks, we listen.
Denzel says, be that person who roots for others, not talk about them, who tells a stranger they look amazing and encourage others to believe in themselves and their dreams.
Yes.
Wow. How awesome is that? And in case you're wondering where that is, guess where it is? It is right here on the Higher Learning TV show. So while you're watching, go ahead and like and subscribe. And, that's friend us. I get that mixed up. So friend us there on the Higher Learning TV show. So go to your Facebook.
On Facebook, yes.
Facebook. Actually, Facebook and YouTube. Higher Learning TV show.
Subscribe on Facebook and subscribe on YouTube and like on Facebook. There you go.
There you go. And as you can see, I am scrolling down the pages on our Facebook channel. For those who are on the switchboard who cannot get a visual, this is what I'm doing. I'm scrolling down so that we can see some of the things that we would like for you to see. And while you're there, just be sure and like. But right now, we're going to continue with the teens, but from another perspective. And many of you know that the Global Virtual Teen Talent Contest started as a way of us trying to celebrate and encourage our children to be the very best that they can be. So by the time you get down to November 23rd, this is what you will see from a couple of our star students here. And can you see the screen? Because
I can see it. I can see it. I don't know if you are able to expand this particular one so that it's larger, so that it covers the whole screen. There should be a little tab at the bottom where you can expand it.
Yeah, where are you, tab? Let me click on it and see if that will make it a little bigger. There you go. Can you see it now?
Yeah, I see it. I'm not sure what you have to hit in order to bring the audio up
Hi, I'm Brandon. Hi, I'm Akira. And you're watching the Betty Shabazz podcast training on the Higher Learning Network. Yeah. Hi, I'm Brandon. Hi, I'm Akira. And you're watching the Betty Shabazz podcast training on the Higher Learning Network. Yeah.
They have so much energy. I love it.
Yes, and of course you can see in the background the podcast training class going on.
Yeah.
And we get a chance to give them the microphone every week so they can enhance their conversation skills with guests that come online. And they've had some interesting shows. And one of the things that we do is give them a chance to learn by doing. They're not sitting there listening to hours and hours and hours of theory of it. They actually get to experience it hands on. And we prepare them for how to handle emergency, unexpected situations when you are live, because we do this every day. And you have an audience watching and listening, and you're entertaining them. Basically, you're engaging people. People are choosing what they're going to do with their time, and when they choose to spend their time with you, then you owe them your best. You owe them the conversation, the inspiration, the information, whatever it is they're tuning in to get from you, and they're choosing to focus their attention on you for the time that you have committed to be with them. So that's what this business is all about, is engaging people and interacting with people and enhancing their lives in some way. So we've had a chance to really have some inspirational guests here in this show. Ms. Shirlene Davis, a wonderful cook, but she's an art therapist, and she was able to explain to our podcast training students as they interviewed her how art can actually help be a healing experience for the mind and the soul. And she is a teacher as well as a practitioner. And our students learn how to extract that information from those that they are interviewing. And we get a chance to learn from them because they have a perspective on life that's different. They're beginning their lives, and so they have their future ahead of them. They're preparing for the world that they are now creating. And so those of us who may have more years behind us than we have in front of us, we see things differently than they do. They know that the future is limitless. There are no limits to what they can become, to what they can create. So they ask questions of our guests that we might not even think to ask, and they envision themselves in all kinds of professions. And so they're willing to do the work to get prepared and to master this craft. And they sometimes even, like we said, surpass us in their grasp of how technology works. So they some of them born with a TV remote in their hand and so they get it. They know electronically that you can send and receive signals through computers, and you can record things and you can enhance things. So they learn very rapidly. And our task is to teach them the conversational skills, the social skills, to maintain an audience while you discuss a topic or engage a guest, and hold the attention of an audience while you do it. So they're brilliant, and we've given an opportunity to so many of the students who've come into the class. We've had more than 20 that have participated with us this season, and we'll be continuing next year as we expand. And it's a skill that you can use for the rest of your life.
For the rest of your life, all your life.
Yes.
Because what we teach you is life. It's just done electronically.
Absolutely.
You're going to be speaking. You're going to be listening. You're going to be thinking. all of that.
Yes.
And this last group that went live, we had dead air, and that's a no in radio.
Yes, no dead air.
I was
Always be thinking, always be talking.
They handle it like professionals, and they knew nothing. Well,
yes,
they knew a little bit. We taught them something prior to in the post-production and pre-production training. But the way they handled it was phenomenal. I'm like,
yes.
These were students who hadn't even been coming on the regular, and this was their first time hosting. So
they did it well. They understood that principle. Don't ever have dead air. You know, people are making decisions every second of the moment, every minute of your show. They're making a decision if they're going to sit there and listen, or if they're going to move to some other channel or some other entertainment. So no dead air. Keep people engaged, even if you have to be working on whatever technical issue is going on. You're the host. Keep talking. Keep talking. And we do it all the time here on the Female Solution Higher Learning Network. You know, that's what we do. Keep you engaged. And I mean, we're grateful for our loyal listeners that over the years they will stick with us. If we got a technical problem, they will hold on and say, okay, we know y'all coming back eventually. So we're grateful for those of you who listen to us regardless. But we know a new person just listening for the first time, just watching for the first time, they might get discouraged if we sitting there, okay, this ain't what we gonna do. You know, then we know, let me do something else. So we teach them no dead air. Keep talking, and if something's going on wrong with the screen, if you can't figure it out yet, keep talking till you figure it out. But someone's watching and listening, and you don't want them just listening to dead air.
And you can see that something did go wrong where you had to step in. And
oh my gosh, it's the back of my head. Oh dear. Yeah, that is back of my head. Oh, okay.
Here's Naima. She's on the job because see, this is where you develop critical listening skills.
Yes.
You think you listen, but you're really in your mind, you're thinking of the next question. And that prohibits you from moving forward because they might say something, just one little thing that will help you go to the next part of that conversation. But you were so stuck on that piece of paper that you had in front of you, or that on the
the script.
Yeah.
You got to be able to go off script and listen, like you say, respond to what that person said.
Right.
Rather than the script, because they might already answered the question that you got in the script. So
right. Then what you gonna do?
Yeah.
So you want to keep that in mind. So we are very grateful that for the principal of Betty Shabazz International Charter School, because he will be the next interview.
Yes.
As a matter of fact, he's the last one because this is the last one for Betty.
Last session for this season, yes. So he'll be our last guest, and I think he's also going to arrange to have one of their students that received a Student of the Year award and a teacher that received a Teacher of the Year award joining as well, to give us some inspiration about being excellent. You can be an excellent student, you can be an excellent teacher, and to be recognized for your excellence. So we're very excited about that, and I think he'll get a chance to help those who have children in the school system, or may have children about to enter the school system, an understanding of why Betty Shabazz International Charter School is special. You know, why it's able to create a family atmosphere where children feel safe, and there's a love, and there's camaraderie, and there's just a different kind of spirit there. And that's what you want your child to grow up in, a sense of community. So he'll be able to expound on that, and maybe give some tips that some of these public schools can follow. Maybe y'all in CPS need to do what they're doing. That's what I say. You need to do what they're doing, because they're being successful, and their children have a different way of being, and need to follow their formula because it works.
Yes, it does. And I'm so very grateful that we are a part of this experience to make sure that it does continue to work, because if there were no children, there would be no need for us to be there. So yeah, I'm very grateful because it gives us something to do. Not that we need something else to do. We got plenty to do. But it helps us continue to move this next generation in the right direction.
Absolutely, yes. I think we got to take one last break. I don't know if you'll be able to pull up any samples of the shows to give people a taste of what we've had joy of experiencing.
Yes, I will, and we'll do that right after this break. So stay
right.
close for the Global Virtual Teen Talent Contest and the Betty Shabazz International Charter School podcast training, in which you can have your school, group, or organization or your ministry a part of the podcast training. And all you have to do is go to the number right there on the screen. Actually, it's not the number of the website. Professional Podcast Training 101. Go to higherlearningnetwork.org/resources, and you can thank us later.
All right.
All right. So we're going to take our last break, and when we come back, you can see more of the good work that they're doing. So stay close.
Hi, I'm Naima Latif, executive producer of the Female Solution Global Radio TV show. We are a part of the online network of Associated Internet Radio hosts, On Air. On Air empowers you with transformative news and interactive radio TV shows. This is such a wonderful time to be alive and to see our human family coming together as one community as a result of that powerful tool, the internet. We can now talk directly to each other all over the world. There's no need for conflict or misunderstanding. There's no need for violence to solve our differences. We can talk to each other face to face until we reach an agreement. On Air offers a fantastic global guide to communicators from all over the world who are using their internet platforms to inspire us to strive to be our best selves in order to become the kind, compassionate, loving people we were all born to be. Once we do that, we'll see planet Earth transformed into a place of peace. Subscribe to the recommended YouTube channel, Facebook pages, and podcasts created by these Voices of Enlightenment. On Air provides daily news briefs and a weekly magazine to keep you abreast of events and opportunities. On Air news affiliates in television, radio, and print share information, insights, and interviews with notable personalities. Go to onaireverywhere.com for a daily dose of uplifting news. We're on air everywhere, online all the time. What if you could live to be 120 years old and remain active, healthy, alert, and vibrant? Our bodies are made up of cells that are constantly rejuvenating. So if we take proper care of ourselves, we can literally defy aging. Join us every Tuesday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Central Standard Time to learn about self-care from Tucson Essentials on the Female Solution Blog Talk Radio Show. Learn how to help your body and your cells feel rejuvenated each day through proper nutrition, sleep, frequency medicine, and many unconventional methods of self-care. I'm Jody Susan. Join me and my amazing guests by calling in at 515-605-9325 and press 1 to speak. We'll help you achieve a breakthrough in your health today. Hi, I'm Naima Latif. Join me and my co-host Kareem Hamid every Wednesday morning, 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. on the Female Solution Radio Show as we explore that relationship that is the foundation for our society, the relationship between men and women, husbands and wives. Join our discussion as we seek to repair broken family ties and rebuild our community. Listen online at www.blogtalkradio.com/the-solution. www.facebook.com/the-female solution.
And thank you for joining us back here for this last half hour on the Female Solution and the Higher Learning Network TV show, which airs Tuesdays at 6, Wednesdays at 1 on Channel 19 and 24/7 on the World Wide Web on our YouTube channel, Higher Learning TV show. And for those who are in the studio who can't see the screen, what you're looking at is the training from the podcast training. This was our last session at Betty Shabazz. That was after the show, and actually we want to.
Yeah, I guess we got to roll it back.
Yeah, and cut. There you go, so that they can see the actual interview. Okay. Okay, so let's go.
Yeah,
back.
you gotta take the cursor back to the beginning of the show.
And it has a mind of its own. It does not want to go. It keeps showing me the same thing. So let me just exit out.
Yeah, it might be a. Yeah, are you able to take it all the way back to the beginning?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do here, but it is not cooperating. Yeah, it just keeps giving me the same.
Might be another clip that you have to do, because that might not be the beginning clip.
Yeah, it's not the beginning clip. It is not the beginning clip. You know what? I'm going to get out of this and go back. That's what I'm going to do. And while you give our viewing and listening audience updates, I can go in here and find this so that we don't have this issue. So they can actually get a chance to see what actually happens in the class. What you see there, that is Susan Essentials on the screen. But that is not that's Jody. She'll be,
and you'll be seeing, our new lineup the first week in December, and hearing our new promo of our new host. You'll be hearing some of our new promos for the shows, and we want you to go to our website, thefemalesolution.com, www.thefemalesolution.com. Get a rundown of our team of hosts, and that includes all of our co-hosts and our special guest hosts and our previous hosts. And you can go into the archives on Blog Talk and hear their shows and see them on our YouTube channels. And we're looking forward to a really exciting launch of the on-air TV network, where you'll be able to access our shows on your television screen. We're excited about that, and that's up and coming, because many of our people like to sit down in front of the big screen and enjoy their favorite shows. We're expanding to give you that opportunity, so you can walk around with your cell phone and listen to us, or you can sit on your couch and watch our shows. And we're going to give you a chance to interact as we are live, so that you can be influencing the conversation. That's what we do every day. We give you a chance to participate in our morning think tank. Now, we've put together a program, and you'll be hearing about it more as we approach you to be a part of the solution. We've been working, as you've seen, on the homeless situation. Well, there is a way that you can directly participate and alleviate the crisis of the unhoused. So we'll give you all of that information, and you can choose how you want to participate in really seeing the problem disappear. We are the solution we've been waiting for. It's not the government or any other entity that we put in office and then we don't hear from them again for the next 4 years, and we're angry all the time because they don't communicate with us except when they want us to donate. Well, we know that that's not how a good government official should be. But the way this government has been set up, you have to constantly be fundraising so that you can pay for your next campaign to get reelected. And that doesn't make you as effective as you could be, because sometimes you're making choices to support things based on how popular you think it's going to make you, and you don't want to do anything that's going to be unpopular so that you don't get reelected. Well, we need people who are free from all that. We need people who are just going to do things that are right because it's the right thing to do, not whether it's politically popular or socially acceptable, but is this the right humane thing to do for our fellow human beings? We want you to be a part of the process of eliminating the unhoused from living in tents underneath viaducts and out on concrete or in temporary shelters where they're kicked out during the day and have nowhere to go and it's cold outside. And they're not even allowed to sit in bus stations if they're not buying a bus ticket. We want to eliminate suffering because people don't have a place to stay. And you can help, and we're going to tell you all about it so that you can go on our website and sign up. You can be a part of transforming lives, and you may or may not know the people you're helping, but you will know how you are making a difference. We will be transparent and making sure that you know anything that you donate, whether it's money or clothing or food or housewares, whatever it is, you will know exactly where it went and exactly how it helped. So you know that you're making a difference. We're not waiting for people who have their hands tied for whatever reason. We're doing it because we are the solution that we've been waiting for.
You're the solution you've been waiting for. That's what we teach our children. So that's what we have to practice, right?
Absolutely. So we got this one all set to go.
And there she goes. And where's the audio? I just had it a second ago and it just decided to disappear. Let me scroll up a little bit. The screen has a mind of its own. Okay.
It's funny you say that because everything does have consciousness.
Yeah.
Everything. Even things we think are inadequate. That's the same one. Yeah. Yeah, there's actually. Maybe you can go to the. Is this the Facebook? Maybe you should go to the YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, because this one is a little cuckoo.
Yeah, go to the YouTube channel. That will have everything.
And I pulled it up on the other computer and didn't put it up on this because this is the one I was watching it on. It's like, okay, so let me go back to YouTube and put it up that way we'll have a clear view because Facebook is just Facebook. What can I say? And when you go to YouTube, you type in Higher Learning TV Show Channel. And then when you get there, you can click on live. I guess I should pull it up so you can see what that live looks like. So if you are
looking for the show, you can find it.
Yeah, if you are on the switchboard, you won't be able to see this, but you can hear my instructions, and that is to just go to youtube.com and type in the search bar, Higher Learning. Well, actually, they can type in at Higher Learning TV Show. There's several ways that you can get it. You can type in Higher Learning TV Show Channel and click on the live button. And can you see me clicking on the live, hovering over it right here, Naima?
Let's see here. Yes.
You click on the live.
And it will bring you to, of course, you see where we are here. And then,
and then you scroll down. And this
the last Betty Shabazz podcast training is right there.
Yeah, that's number 7. So you can see how they perform from beginning to end. Because this is this is a 23-minute show, but I think I can skip the intro so we can get to the meat of the show. There you go.
What does that display? That way they can, unless you want to scroll or if you want to move it forward a little bit.
July.
There we go.
I know you're live. I don't know why the intro's not working.
It's working. This computer was not working.
Just talk. Just start talking.
Okay, well, it hadn't finished with the opening.
And this is the one where they learn. Just talk because you're live. Just talk.
Yeah, and the computer was a
Hi,
lot of
I'm
sleep.
Leandra. Hi, I'm David. You're watching the Betty Shabazz podcast training number 11. Today, our guest is professional artist and artist therapist, Mrs. Charlene Davis. Here at Betty Shabazz, we address our elders as Mama and Baba. So we will be addressing our guest today as Mama Charlene.
And you see there was some technical difficulties, and they didn't even panic.
No, they didn't panic.
So how
It was just cool and calm and collected. Like
she is joining at the moment. So yeah. So, are you excited for this to happen?
Why is she not showing up? She's showing up she's live on the screen. Okay. So, start your first question.
Thank you for being our guest today, Mama Charlene. Can you tell us what is art therapy?
Thank you for having me. Can you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes, we can hear you.
She's up there.
She is?
Yes. Look.
Okay.
It's great.
Okay, then ask your questions.
Thank you for being our guest today, Mama Charlene. Can you tell us what art therapy is?
This is rename or remove. I have no idea what's going on here. Just ask the question.
Try to bring her up again.
Thank you for being our guest today, Mama Charlene. Can you tell us what art therapy is?
Is a form of therapy used to help.
Talk amongst yourself. Just talk because you're live. People are looking at you. Talk.
So, are you excited for how this podcast is going to go?
Yes.
What's the part that you're most excited about?
Stop.
I'm excited about asking her different questions. You know, about like, because I'm pretty excited about asking her like questions that like I want to know because I've never really heard about art therapists until now, and I'm really curious to see how art therapy works. Yeah. Do you have any exciting things about art therapy?
I never really heard of it until now. So I want to know what an art therapist is.
Yeah, me too. Because art therapy sounds really interesting because I know what regular therapy is. It's like talking to people to like help them.
Okay, I can't hear anybody.
So you see, we lost audio, and they weren't aware of it because they were talking. So that.
Hello? Can you hear me? I can't hear.
That's a prime example of how they didn't have dead air, but then the communication between the guest and the host.
Mm-hmm.
So that is the exact reason why we have post-production after the show, so they can go back and look at the show and see what it is that needed to be.
Today, Mama Charlene, can you tell us
There we
what
go.
art therapy is?
Okay, thank you for having me. Yes, art therapy is a way to get people to express their innermost, deepest feelings and different traumas and things that may have happened in their lives through the use of art expression.
Okay, that is a really good definition because I've never heard of art therapy and I've always wondered what it would be like. David, would you like to answer the next question? Ask the next question.
What type of projects do you give to super emotional people?
Well, mostly when we deal with art therapy, we usually use very tactile things like clay for the most part. Sometimes people express themselves and relieve tension and inner feelings of turmoil, or just people who are really traumatized. They like to use things that they can use their hands. So we use clay a lot.
Oh, that's very interesting. Why did you start teaching art therapy?
Well, it was funny. I didn't start out to be an art therapist at all. I started out just teaching art. And as a matter of fact, I taught at one of Betty Shabazz's schools for a while. But I just started teaching art therapy years ago because students were showing and exhibiting things that were inside of them. And so I moved my career into that direction.
How long have you been in art therapy?
Well, I would say probably about 15, 16 years.
That's a lot of years.
Longer than they've been alive.
Most talented student, if you remember.
Oh man, that's hard because I used to tell all of my students that they all were super talented, and it was the one place in my classroom where there were no rules. So art is kind of tricky. Everybody's perception of things is different. So whereas one person might see things one way, another person might express themselves another way. That's why there's so many different art forms. There's realism, there's impressionistic art, there's abstract, so that everybody can express themselves. So I would say that all my students were super talented, and everybody has their own genre and their own way of getting good creativity to come out.
Very interesting.
Is being an art therapist like hard or stressful?
It can be stressful. It's not hard per se, but it can be stressful hearing people's problems or having an empathetic heart and seeing other people going through. But it's very rewarding to see that we can use the beautiful world of art to get people to come out of some of their, traumas and some of their enclosed feelings.
That's very nice. Is teaching art therapy frustrating? And if it is frustrating, how frustrating is it?
Well, I wouldn't say it's frustrating, but sometimes it is because I feel like I just want to fix people. And sometimes I have to remember that art therapy is not for me to fix, it's to help. So when I get frustrated, I have to remind myself that I'm just here to help someone in their healing journey.
Okay. If you are ever frustrated, do you ever try art therapy for yourself?
Oh yeah, I can show you because of my house. If I could flip the screen, I could kind of give you a little bit of a tour to show you some of the things in my own home that I do to express myself. If you could look behind me and see all of the art that's around.
That's a lot of art. Yes, please show us.
Okay, hold on one second. I just finished an art piece recently that I did because I was frustrated. And so when I get frustrated, I do things to express myself. And here's one of my recent art pieces.
Wow.
That's really beautiful.
Thank you.
I like the colors and it all fits together so well.
You like the colors? Thank you. And here's another one I did.
Ooh, that one looks really nice. I like the art.
And this one is an example of art abstract. See?
Ooh, that one's really nice. It looks like Picasso.
Yeah, see? That's what I'm saying. Different art forms. And so, yeah, that's what I do when I'm frustrated.
I have another question. Are you married?
I am. My husband is right here. That's Mr. Davis.
Hello.
And I've been married for 34 years. And I have 6 children.
Is your family involved in your job in any way?
Yes, all of my children are artists in some form. They're musical artists, visual artists, and my oldest daughter is a doctor. And so she has a lot of input, and I use my kids as, I use therapy with my grandchildren to help them when they're frustrated as well.
Okay. Well, would you like
Now, we're going to let you go back and see that on your own because it has come to the end of the show. It's 1:57. The show is almost over. You can go to YouTube, just type in Higher Learning TV Show, and you will get a chance to see all of that. And for those of you who are interested, you can always go to the website higherlearningnetwork.org/resources. And you too, you've been putting it off doing your podcast. Well, now is the time and the season to do that. And as we take a look at the comments, Vieta Robinson, my sister from another mister, says, great questions by your host. Yeah, these children.
Yeah, they came with some good questions. Yeah.
I was like, I did not know to ask questions like that when I was coming up. And it's like, wow, it's like these children have been here before. They see things and they say things that we don't even think about. So very grateful to be a part of the Betty Shabazz podcast training. And we hope that you have enjoyed it as well.
Yes.
And it's that time. Well, we gotta go. We do apologize, but it's just been it's been a great show. It's been a lovely ride.
Yeah, and we'll certainly see you all tomorrow evening on Soul Purpose Healing with Beata, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern, and of course we'll start all over again with Monday Morning Mindfulness, Monday morning with Zelda Speaks. So keep on watching, keep on listening to the Female Solution.
And you'll be glad you did. And as we say goodbye in all of the languages, we thank you. And we thank you for forwarding this video, especially to churches and communities, ministries, organization clubs, or a friend and family who may just be interested in doing a podcast with you. So team up. If you're scared, team up with somebody.
That's right.
And you'll be glad you did. And we can walk you through it 101. So stay close and we'll show you the promo for that too.
And radio host, I'd like to thank all of you who participated in today's discussion. And to our global family listening from all around the world, we say thank you. To our family in China, Shishe. India, Nandaba. Japan, Arigato. Korea, Kamsamnida. Russia, Spasiba. Germany, Danke. Poland, Jankuyan. France, Merci. Spain, Gracias. Italy, Grazie. Egypt, Shukran. Ghana, Ladakhi. Nigeria, Eshe. South Africa, Senegal, Deret, Kenya, Asante, Israel, Toda, Pakistan, Shukriya, Afghanistan, Tashakur, Saudi Arabia, Shukran. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And may peace be upon you and the mercy of God and God's blessings.
And we'll see you back in next month for the Global Virtual Teen Talent Contest on the Female Solution. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much for sharing as I leave you with a little something that can help you during your course during the week. And until then, stay on purpose, stay empowered, and stay tuned to your next Global Virtual Teen Talent Contest. And whatever you do, remember to do something special. Are you stressed out? After all, there's only one. Are you ready to learn some quick techniques on how to de-stress immediately? Then book your free 30-minute consultation with Zelda Speaks